one thing people get excited about is the way that I do vocals when they send me their songs for mixing. If you're recording tracks or if you're sending me your songs for mixing, you might consider breaking out your vocals into at least 3 parts to create sort of a stereophonic big sound. You can totally make this sound sloppy and not work too, but a lot of professional records are made using this trick, and it's, you know, a super common way to do it. It's basic recording stuff. So what I'm talking about here is you take one main track. You know, I try to make sure the verse is done really, really well, because I mean, you can sit there and loop on the chorus all you want, but I just want to make sure the verses are always done really, really well. So I have a, you know, we edit it and work on that really, really hard, and that's done. And then we move on, and then I want to create 2 identical tracks, which would be over the top of the verse. And hopefully the singer has had enough time to hear it and practice, and that sort of provides a guide to the backing tracks. So then you want to record 2 backing tracks, and you want to pan them hard left and hard right. So we're talking about 3 tracks here. There we go. It's pretty simple. So I'm using Pro Tools, and what I do when you send me your songs for mixing and I'm doing your vocals, and I have the choice, even when there's 1 vocal track, sometimes, you know, I get vocals, it's a stereo track. It's best when I have stuff to play with. If you do it this way on your verses, then if you screw up the main take, and I don't like this part here, I can always pick it from here, and I'll know that since it's identical, I have that option. So that's kind of a, you know, that's like a safety net. As far as I'm concerned, for tracking, I would do that. If you're paying for studio time and it's expensive, why wouldn't you do that? So anyway, let's get into this. Here is 3 vocal tracks, and I'm going to switch the mode from waveform to warp. Here we go. Great. Now you see a bunch of lines, and the screen's sort of gray. And what part should we do as an example here? Let's find something. That looks pretty good. Let's hear a little bit of this. Let me mute the guitars so we can hear what we're doing here. Let's go here.
I hope it's something you can live with. I hope it's something that you love.
Alright, this is kind of sloppy in here.
I hope it's...
You can see it pretty much.
I hope it's something you can live with.
You know, you did a great job of singing it, but you want it to sound like 1, essentially. So what I'm going to do is create anchor points on each side. And, you know, you could do this in the free version of Pro Tools. I mean, it'd be worth, you know, using that, and you could get your vocals tracked out like this. Save yourself some time, or save me some time. And so basically we're warping and stretching everything to the main vocal take. So I'm going to start on this middle track here, and then I'm going to work my way down to the bottom. There we go. And Control click to stretch it. So basically I'm just going to line this up. And when I created those anchor points, that just makes it so the audio to the left and the right doesn't move. You don't screw it up. So you can easily screw this up. You really want to pay attention, but I feel pretty confident in what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna go for it. But any, professional studio would do this for you, I imagine. I can do it for you. I enjoy making people sound good. If you like, let's just hear. Whoops. Let's hear. Whoops. See, I gotta put an anchor point down there. I screwed up. Don't call me out. All right, here we go. So it's just kind of like scooching it the way it needs to go. Did I put an anchor point there? Did I even put one down there? Oh man. It's tricky, and of course I'm on camera, so whatever. But anyway, that should sound like pretty tight. So trying to go the extra effort on vocals, that's what I do. Let's see what that sounds like.
I hope it's something you can live with. I hope it's something that you love. It's killing.
It's pretty good. I'm just gonna continue on and do a couple more here, and thanks for watching. I mean, check out Pro Tools first. You can do it for free in that, and then or you could send your tracks for mixing too. But you could potentially learn how to do this for free if you wanted. Let's just line up this next bit here. And I'm not the first guy to make a video on warping. But, this is how I kind of been getting pretty good results. And I can do this for you if you want. If you're out there and you're making tunes, I mix all kinds of music, metal, hip-hop, techno, house music, all kinds of stuff. So, word up. Let's hear that. See, you can sort of, I don't know, tell. Just kind of use the force. But it's definitely the way to go. I mean, tab and some of the edit features, tab to transients are, you can hit tab, just jump to attack points, and that's even in the normal mode. Some of those, editing things are just incredible. I don't think any other DAW actually has that. I mean, it's really advanced. You can get kind of crazy if you're doing bands in Pro Tools. So I use Ableton a lot too, but let's hear that.
That grows inside your soul and making you
like you, and then num. Let's hear that. What do you think of that? So we like the whole.
I hope it's something you can live with. I hope it's something that you love. It's killing all that grows inside your soul and making you numb.
Not bad. It sounds pretty damn big, I gotta say. So anyway, this is the Virginia Rose Band from Tampa, and my name is Michael. You can check me out at wensmastering.com.